got, Joe?
I know we talked about before the game, you're saying, right, a win is a win, kind of regardless against them, but to win again a game like this against that opponent, the way you guys want it, does the team get anything from that, you think?
I think so. Those guys came out really focused, and you could see that how bad they wanted it. They got their ace on the mound. For us to get behind the eight ball a little bit with the runs and find a way to scratch back into the game was huge. And obviously Tony not having his best stuff early, but settling in and finding a way to get through 6 innings was huge. Put us in a good spot to win the game. And we love superstars, and to start the game off with Shohei, with Judge hitting a homer and Shohei answering in the bottom half was pretty exciting for everyone, but huge game for us to win.
Were there moments in there tonight that kind of reminded you of, the World Series last year and some of the ways that you had to come back and show grit in those games?
I think, what speaks to it is I think that the intensity of the game, I think you can see the way that Aaron managed with urgency. I managed with urgency, and it was a game that we both wanted.
What did X-ray reveal on Mookie?
You know what, Alden, I'm not sure yet. I know we did an X-ray. I haven't heard yet. And I think for me, I haven't really dug in too much right now because I know it's at the tip of his toe. So it's going to be one of those situations, per his tolerance. I don't expect an IL. We'll probably have him down for the series, and hopefully he'll be available to hit in a big spot, and then we'll kind of see. But I think for me right now, it's just day to day. So I really don't think the X-ray, even whatever it comes out, is relevant.
Obviously, you have a little bit more climbing to do after the Shohei home run in the 6th, but did it feel like a momentum swing when he hit the home run against Freeman in the 6th?
It did. It just kind of, I think for me, it's, you're obviously trying to win the game, but you want to keep the game close to make them use leverage guys. And Teo rode out a ball. Will Smith had a hit. Freddie did what Freddie does. And I just really like the Pajes at bat. Conforto taking the walk against Hill was huge. And so just up and down the lineup, I thought we did enough to win the game, and just really very well executed game plan tonight against a really good pitcher.
If you look at Tony, first 3 innings versus his last 3 innings, how do you kind of, get him to the point? Saw a bit of it in his last start too, where he's like that second half.
Yeah, he's that's kind of the trend recently with Tony, where as the game gets on, there's already been some damage and he kind of bears down. And so I think that, for his next one, it's more of trying to have that focus and the execution from pitch 1, because, every pitch, every inning matters. But it is good to see that he doesn't crack and bends but don't break kind of mindset. And again, at one point you're looking how he's going to cover 3 or 4 innings, and he ends up getting through 6. And so his last 3 innings were the best, obviously, tonight. But a lot to build on.
I know Ohtani's kind of been hitting everybody, but the fact that it was the Yankees, do you think that?
You know what, I think with Shohei, and he would probably say it's just like any other game, but I do think that when you're seeing the reigning MVP on the other side and going out there and performing, that brings out even that even more of a competitor in Shohei, and obviously, brought a lot of excitement from the fans.
Dave, just knowing what Freddie's gone through with the ankle, you see him hauling around third, play to play, you hold your breath at all?
I think I like to think we're out of the woods, but I still hold my breath a little bit. But his gait is good, running well, and it was a great send by Dino, great slide by Freddie, and he's doing a great job of managing the ankle, and he's treating it every day and picking our spots with the running and the aggressiveness. And I can't say enough about Freddie, and he just really appreciates being an employee and his responsibility to post, and he plays.
Hey Dave, the way you've had to manage the bullpen, you had Kopech do back-to-back, did he get close?
Kopech is getting close. He's going to throw on Sunday and in OKC, and then we'll see next week. So my thought is we'll probably see him, you know, within a week, something like that, if that goes well.
Can you talk to me about Tommy Edman and his fielding this game?
Tommy's he's a baseball player, and he's grinding right now offensively, but to be able to kind of plug him in at second, short, center field, you know, he just does things to help you win. Thanks, guys.